Live. Hi guys, my name is Megan. I'm here with Happy Flow Yoga. Today we are going to do a full moon flow. But before we get into the flow, I wanted to talk about the full moon really quick. Whether or not you're into astrology, the full moon does affect everybody. Full moons are known for release and just really letting go of the things that have been holding us back, either that month or maybe so far into the year. This particular full moon was in Scorpio. Scorpio is the sign of death, rebirth, death, transformation. Moon, we really try to release. So I recommend journaling. I personally burn my list to release all of the bad habits or negative habits. I also do yoga. It's very grounding during the full moon. So this flow is gonna be a little bit like the moon. It's gonna feel different on each side, and you're gonna go into like a full moon circulation. So just listen to your body. It might feel different on each side, but we are like the moon, so we do change throughout the month. And just flow with your breath. And so we are going to get started in child's pose. So knees can come out to the width of the mat, big toes to touch. And then just seat down, forehead can come to the mat, hands can extend overhead. And then just start your breath here. Start to deepen. With your inhales, remind yourself that you're here on your mat. And with your exhales, release any thoughts of the day, of the month. And just start to really feel grounded and connected to your breath. The full moon can bring up a lot of emotion and stress. So just start to release that. I'm going to take about 2 more breaths here. Maybe massaging your forehead. Just start slowly release. On your next inhale, slowly press up into tabletop. Hands can come under shoulders, knees can come under hips. And I invite you to take some cat and cows to wake up the spine. So inhale, soften the chest, gaze forward for cow. And exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, press the toes for cat. Inhale, come back to cow. And exhale, round the spine, come back to cat. Start to intuitively move your breath through cat and cow, waking up the spine, lubricating the joints. And on your next inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. And from here, we're going to extend the right arm up, expand the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, place your right shoulder, right ear on the mat. Left hand can extend overhead. Hips stay over knees. Breathe here. If you would like, you can wrap your left arm behind your back for a half bind. Good. When you're ready, place the left hand in front of your face, press through the fingertips, extend the right arm back to the sky. And from here, keep the arm in the sky, spin the left toes out. Right foot can come to the mat, setting up for a half moon, modified half moon. Expand the chest, press and ground down to the knife edge of the right foot. Good. And on your next inhale, place your right hand back to the mat, come back to a tabletop. Inhale, extend the left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Left ear comes to the mat, left shoulder comes to the mat, and right arm can extend overhead. If you did it on the other side, you can go in for a half bind here. Feel the opening of the chest, opening of the shoulders. It's really good to open up during full moon times when your chest and mind might feel a little tight. On your next inhale, place your right hand in front of your face. Press up through the fingertips, expand the left arm. This time, keep the left arm in the sky. Spin the right toes out. Come up on the left foot and set up for a modified half moon on the left side. Expand the chest. If gaze doesn't feel good looking up to the ceiling, you can always look down to your mat. It feels better in your neck. And inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. And then we're going to slowly press up into down dog. You can come a little bit lengthened this time. It's our first one of practice. Press through the fingertips. Expand the tailbone to the sky. Lower each exhale. Good. On your next inhale, look to your hands and slowly walk your toes to meet your wrists. Fold, let the upper body melt to the mat. Maybe have a slight bend in your knees. Maybe even grab elbows for ragdoll and sway side to side. With every exhale, try to release your upper body a little bit closer to the mat. If you have your elbows clasped, release them. And we're going to slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come up, head is last. Come up. And when you reach the top of your mat, inhale, roll shoulders back. Good. Come to the center of your mat, and we're going to face sideways. Set up for goddess pose. So spin your toes out, heels can stay in. Your feet can come a little wider than your hips. I like to bring my hands to like a goalpost. Inhale, exhale, start to sink down into a squat. Back stays lengthened, tailbone comes closer to the mat with each exhale. Might feel it in the quads here a little bit. Good. Our next inhale, we're gonna come up. Hands come up into mountain. Exhale, come back down to goddess. Good. Inhale, come back up into mountain, and then just turn your body to the right side and slowly lower the left knee, setting up for crescent lunge. You might need to adjust your stance here. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Good. Exhale, frame your right foot, come up on the toes, and just come forward into a pyramid pose. This is an intense hamstring stretch, so you can always have books or blocks under your hands, or you can even come up into prayer hands. Just try to keep the back as flat as possible and press the right hip crease back. Breathe here. Good. Inhale, frame the right foot, step back into crescent lunge again. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, frame the foot, and we're going to come back into goddess pose. So inhale, come up into mountain. Exhale, squat down, bringing the tailbone closer to the mat. Feel it in the quads a little bit. Inhale, come up into mountain. This time, step the feet together. Clasp the hands overhead. Inhale, expand. Exhale, slight lateral stretch to the right. Maybe gaze up. Try going up and over rather than dumping down. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Press the palms to the sky. Exhale, lower to the left this time. Lateral stretch on the left. Good. Inhale, back to center. On your next exhale, we're going to step into goddess pose again and sink down. Inhale, come up to mountain. This time face your body to the left side and slowly lower the right thigh down, setting up for crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, frame your left foot. Come up on the toes and a little step up into pyramid. Once again, you can always have blocks or books underneath your hands. We're working on a straight, flat spine. Pull the left hip crease back. You can always come up into prayer hands too. And breathe here. Feel it in the hamstring. This might feel a little different on this side. Good. Exhale. Frame the left foot. Step back into crescent lunge again. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up. Exhale, frame the foot. Come up on the toe. Set back up for goddess pose. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, mountain. This time, step the feet together. And because it's a full moon, we're going to imagine that we're carrying the big full moon above us. So expand the shoulders, but make sure they're not too close to the ears. And slight lateral stretch to the right. Carrying that big, bright full moon. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, come to the left. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, expand the chest. Good. Inhale, back up to center. This time, set up for a wide-legged forward fold. Feet can come wider than the hips, toes pointing forward. I like to put my hands on my hips and slightly brawl, bringing the tailbone back, front of the crown of the head forward, fold forward. Hands can come in front of you, behind you, or even to the feet if that feels more grounding and comfortable. And just start to release here. Melting your head forward, closer to the mat with each exhale. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, roll through the crown of the head. And on your exhale, we're going to come to prayer hands and come to Skandasana on the right. You can always stay up here if it's more comfortable in your body. Otherwise, you can sink down. I like to bring the crown or the sole of my foot up and use my right elbow to press into my knee. Gaze can come forward for balance. And breathe here. Feel a stretch on the inner left leg. On your next inhale, bring the fingertips to the mat. Press back up into a wide-legged forward fold. Sink down to the fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, hands come to prayer, and we're going to go into Skandasana on the left. This side might have a little bit less balance or more balance. I like to bring my gaze in front of me for a drishti or point of focus. Good. And now bring your fingertips to the mat. Press up back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And one more time, bring your hands to prayer in Skandasana on the right. This time might feel a little bit looser. If it feels good in your body, you can creep your right hand over and extend the left arm overhead. Reach the fingertips. Good, come back to prayer hands. Fingertips can come to the mat. Press up back into a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to prayer. Skandasana on the left. My left side's a little less balanced. Once again, if you tried it on the other side, you can bring the left fingertips out and extend the right arm overhead. And when you're ready, hands can come back to center for one more wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk the fingertips to the front of the mat, toes point to the front of the mat. Use the left foot to press into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine, go through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold, melt to the mat. Inhale, come up into mountain. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Bow your head. And here, I just want you to think about one thing you want to release with this full moon. Maybe it is a habit that has been holding you back. Maybe it is a person that has been weighing you down. Or maybe you just want to release a part of yourself that doesn't feel right anymore. Whatever it is, take a moment to bring it in. We're going to inhale strength and light from this full moon. And we're going to exhale and release the thing that we brought into our mind. Once again, inhale the strength and light from this full moon. Exhale, release. Blink the eyes open. And then just come to a seat or come to supine on your back, however is comfortable for you. And we're going to slowly lower to the mat. Knees can come into your chest, maybe rock side to side. Massage the lower back. Good. Come into happy baby. You can have your hands on the inside of your feet, on the outer edges, or even yogi toe finger, the big toe. And then press your feet closer to you while also keeping the lower back to the mat. If happy baby doesn't feel good in your practice, you can always take half happy baby, which is having one leg on the mat and only bringing in your left or your right foot closer to you. I prefer modified or half happy baby in my practice. If you're in half happy baby, go ahead and switch sides. If you're in full happy baby, feel free to hang out there. Good. Bring your knees into chest. Once again, massaging the lower back. And then set the soles of the feet down about hip-width distance, as close as you can to your glutes. Setting up for bridge pose. I like to bring my palms of my hands to the mat for more groundedness and support. With our next inhale, we're going to slowly peel the tailbone first off the mat, then the mid-back, and then maybe the upper back if it feels good. Use the inner thighs and glutes to bring your pelvis a little closer to the ceiling. Press through the palms for some support. Take a breath here. With your next exhale, slowly lower down, starting the mid-back and lower back. Maybe windshield wiper the knees a little bit. We're going to take one more round of bridge, maybe this one coming a little bit further off the mat. So once again, press through the palms. Inhale and slowly begin to peel your tailbone off the mat. Mid-back, upper back. This time if it feels good in your body, maybe clasp hands underneath you, bring the shoulder blades under your upper back. Take a breath here. Remember to press your thighs together for more support and stability. Good. If your hands are clasped, gently unclasp them. And with your next exhale, slowly lower down, upper back, mid back, tilt. Maybe windshield wiper the legs here. Good. We're going to do a little hip opener because your hips are your emotional center points, and full moon might have brought up some emotions. So set up for a seated or a supine figure four, bringing your left ankle over your right ankle over your left leg. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your left knee close to your nose, maybe clasping your hands behind your thigh, setting up for a supine figure four. Flex your right toes to protect your knee. And just breathe here. With every exhale, maybe bring your knee a little bit closer to your nose. Start to deepen your breath. Place your left foot back on the mat. Keep the legs here and cactus out the arms. And just let the right foot slowly lower to the ground. Pressing your left knee into your right ankle. Maybe gazing over to the right if it feels good in your neck. Using your core, your inhale, come back to center. And then just switch out the legs. Bring your left ankle over your right knee. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, start to bring your right knee closer to your nose, maybe clasping your hands behind the right thigh. Remember to flex your left toes to protect your left knee. And with each exhale, work on bringing the right knee a little bit closer to your nose. Supine figure four, a little bit easier on the back and the knee than pigeon pose. But if you would like to take pigeon here, you are welcome to. Pigeon can get a little bit deeper into the hips and a little bit more emotional. I prefer supine figure four to protect my knees personally, but you always have that option. Good. On your next inhale, bring the right sole of the foot back to the mat. Keep the ankle and knee connection. Cactus out your arms. And with your exhale, slowly lower your right knee and your left foot to the mat. Pressing the knee and the ankle together. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder if it feels good in your neck. Good. Use your core and your inhale to bring your knees back to center. Hug your knees in for one tight squeeze, the last squeeze of practice. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, release. Setting up for Shavasana. Toes can fall out to the sides. Arms can come to the width of your mat or beyond. Breath is released. Begin to breathe normally, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the cheeks. Let all your thoughts, all your worries begin to melt into the mat and away from your body. I recommend staying in Shavasana for at least 10 minutes. just to absorb all the release that we did in this practice. But if you are ready to continue with your day, begin to invite gentle movements, deepening the breath. Inhale, expand the fingertips and toes as far as you can apart for a wall-to-wall stretch. Exhale, you could move into a fetal position on either side. And then from here, press up into a seat. Coming to a seated pose, maybe eyes stay closed or slightly gaze down. Inhale together. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your time with me, for releasing some emotions and some physical stress from the body. I'm grateful. The light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Bow in gratitude. Namaste. So just for some quick full moon extra tips that I thought of during the practice, a good way to release also is by using water. So taking long showers, drinking lots of water, especially after this yoga practice, I recommend drinking some water. I recommend taking long baths, maybe going to bodies of water, maybe going to the beach, and just honoring, using the elements to help heal during this time too. During big emotional and heavy times like full moons, we can use the earth to help ground us and come back to ourselves. So I recommend going out in nature and using elements. But otherwise, I wish you all the peace, all the love during this heavy full moon. Just remember that release and healing does take time, but every little effort does make a difference. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you the best rest of May and best rest of your day. Thank you.